What's up, gamers? Welcome to Gamer Rant. In today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the Injustice 2 beta code test bullshit that apparently went haywire. I think it all comes down to mixed communication or no communication. And of course, as always, because this is NetherRealm's Warner Brothers and Ed Boon, we have to talk about DLC and Injustice 2. We just have to, alright? Let's do it. As always, gamers, links are in the description box below if you really want to go check it out. Although, obviously, the beta code fucking thing is like 2 months old. But hey, someone asked my opinion, and it's been a while, unfortunately, since, but I told them I would do a video, so, let's fucking get this shit done, alright? Players are getting impatient for Injustice 2 beta codes. Now, looking at what information there is, I think it all comes down to, like, just poor communication and execution on NetherRealm's, Warner Brothers, and yeah, we'll even say Ed Boon, alright? That apparently somebody had their head so far up their ass, they honestly could not figure out how to get this fucking shit to work, so we ended up with a lot of gamers that somehow did not get beta codes, some people that got beta codes, a lot of people that thought it was only big YouTubers that got beta codes, other people that were like, no, it wasn't big YouTubers that got beta codes, it was a lot of other small YouTubers. I've seen small YouTubers get beta codes, blah, 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 back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And ironically, the one thing that I took away from this is clearly fucking NetherRealms, Warner Brothers Games fucking had their head so far up their ass. Apparently, communication and how to create some kind of beta test fucking program, contest, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Apparently, that is nowhere within their vocabulary because apparently they just fucked it up. I mean, their biggest thing, poor communication, and that pretty much sums that shit up right there. Poor communication. You can't get any more poorer than that. Not to mention, apparently, they didn't even seem to really have any kind of actual procedure of how you could get the beta codes, where to get them, so on and such forth. And it was a lot of confusion from gamers to them, to gamers that apparently got codes, didn't get codes, people that thought that it was only for big YouTubers, and so on and such forth and such forth. So much mixed communication, so much assumptions on many different sides, it basically boils down to Warner Brothers and NetherRealms. They really honestly need to pull their head out of their ass and, I don't know, communicate. If you're going to make something, make sure, especially some kind of program where you give beta codes for people, do it the right fucking way. I mean, this isn't fucking rocket science. It's not that fucking hard to be like, this is how you can get a motherfucking beta code. Alright, this is what you need to do. So on and such forth. This is where you can find them. But apparently, people had all that fucking issues of not finding them, didn't know how it apparently worked and whatnot. Poor communication and every facet that thereof, alright? Now, let's move on to Injustice 2 will have plenty of DLC characters. So if I can find it, I'll link to it. But I do have a video where I talked about how NetherRealms and Warner Brothers had come out and said that the newer Injustice 2, even before the whole beta code debacle, that there was actually Injustice 2 was already going to have a lot of DLC characters, more than Mortal Kombat X, more than the first Injustice. In fact, there was a pattern that they admitted to having a pattern within these two games for DLC characters, and that is that the characters would increase for every game. So you could ultimately expect that the next Mortal Kombat game is going to more than likely have even more DLC characters than Injustice 2 if they continue on with the pattern that they willfully admitted that they actually put within these two games on purpose for DLC characters. So I'm pretty confident I could find that video in my video list. If you're a subscriber, you probably remember watching it, but it will be in the description box below. If it's not there, then I probably was an idiot and deleted it for whatever fucking reason, and it's no longer there. But I'm pretty confident it's there. I didn't delete it, so more than likely it's there, or I just didn't actually, you know, go and look for it. That could be a possibility too. But either way, 1 point, yeah. Now, overall, once again, we're dealing with DLC. You know, it's kind of ironic. Same song and dance. We could sit here and do the same song and dance. I mean, you look at pretty much just about any DLC video I've done, it's pretty much the same song and dance. Although I do try to kind of, you know, give new perspectives, but that becomes harder and harder because you always end up getting a new perspective in one video, and then it's like you got to find something newer. Well, you know, instead of just screaming and yelling at the camera, let's kind of, you know, let's get real with these people. Let's fucking talk about this on a level that hopefully they would understand, but yet you still get gamers that are, you know, you're living in nostalgia area. You need to, you know, grow up with the times. This is how gaming is today. There's nothing we can do about it. Blah, 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 blah. I also love those people that always constantly come to my videos and tell me that I'm bitching. I love it when they also say that it's fucked up they're doing it, but I mean, you're just fucking, you know, you're bitching. And what does that make you? A bitcher of someone apparently bitching about something that we both don't like. I don't know about those kind of people. I don't know about those kind of people. But anyway, let's get back on this subject. Fucking DLC, Injustice 2. It really isn't shocking any facet thereof. Not to mention there's going to be microtransactions, cosmetic. Apparently there's also going to be like some kind of stats, whether they're attached to the cosmetic DLC. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Although Warner Brothers and NetherRealms have basically stated that the stats will not give players an advantage in tournaments. Obviously, many gamers do not believe this, simply because they have seen this within the past, where if you have a pretty big fucking wallet, you can take advantage of whatever stats or DLC that will give you an advantage online or otherwise. So, you know, I can actually see and understand why there's that conspiracy among gamers that's total bullshit. It doesn't matter what they say. Of course, they're going to increase the stats for tournament people, characters, etc., etc. And is it logically sound? Possibly not. Plausible? Anything's plausible, just like anything is, you know, possible. But it's also improbable that people are just kind of... gamers are just kind of scared for whatever reason within of itself. I mean, I've talked so much about DLC and microtransactions. Every time I do one of these videos, it's kind of like, what the fuck do I say now? I mean, maybe I should just literally make a fucking video and link it to all my other fucking videos. But like, just watch this video. I say some pretty good shit in this one. I swear, sometimes I feel like I'm repeating myself, which, you know, I think I do within some of my videos, especially, you know, like DLC videos. But ultimately, you know, I continue to do what I do because I like the idea of informing people. Yeah, I get people that disagree with me, that are, you know, seem like they got their heads so far up their ass, or they're just fucking straight up on that corporate dick sucking it. It's almost like, what are you going to do? I mean, how many times do we have to really honestly go through this same song and dance? Now, the one positive thing from this is that I actually tried doing this video maybe like 3 weeks ago, but it didn't turn out right, so I gave up on it. So, ironically, you would have had a video like 3 weeks ago. And the article that I had read, the one thing that I found positive from that article was the comments. A lot of people were not happy about the DLC characters. A lot of people were talking about, looks like I'm waiting for, you know, the complete edition to come out for Injustice 2, so on and such forth. So, you know, me as a gamer, when I saw these comments, that actually kind of made me feel good, you know, seeing these kind of comments. Because, ironically, you don't see them a lot. But it's kind of nice that even in today, where some gamers are starting to see that this is becoming fucking ridiculous. You know, they're putting like less characters in the game, in these fighting games, and they're making you pay for more of them. It's fucking ridiculous. They're getting tired of it. They're starting to see the hypocrisy and the bullshit. So, you know, people are like, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to pre-order it. I'll wait till the complete edition. And, you know, on a level for me, it's like almost, you know, it may not me directly influencing them. You know, it could be other YouTubers. It could be, you know, some gaming article that they read that influenced them that, hey, I'm not going to fucking feed into this bullshit. Or even it could just be them. You know, they actually have the common sense, unlike other gamers that feed into this DLC bullshit and continue to support it and just, you know, feed into the money bank that they believe for whatever reason these companies actually need. Instead of, you know, creating quality games within of itself. So, you know, at the end of the day, it's just another fucking Warner Brothers NetherRealms DLC cash cow. You know, they're trying to throw the rod out there and see how many gamers they can, you know, hook, line, sinker, and bait. Drag in with this fucking DLC bullshit. And, you know, it's not to say that I haven't seen, you know, negative comments. And when I mean negative comments, comments that I don't agree with, like people being like, oh, cool, they're going to bring Catwoman, or, oh, cool, they're going to bring... And it's just like, oh my god, how this is not cool. This is not cool. What would be fucking cool if they was already in the fucking game, but your head is too far up their ass, finding their dicks so you can put your mouth on it, sucking it, that apparently you can't think straight that it would be even cooler if Catwoman was already in the fucking game, or any other character that is supposedly DLC that you're getting excited for was already in the fucking game. But no. You'd rather get excited for fucking characters you have to pay for. Tell me the motherfucking logic of that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. Remember, gamers, if you're not voicing your thoughts and concerns about the bullshit that is DLC in any fighting game, you just might be a part of the motherfucking problem, alright?
Tactical nuke incoming!